Hey there! If you're a small business owner who's ever heard, just build an evergreen funnel and let the sales roll in, sorry, it's not that easy. Unless you are spending $5K a month on ads, then that could happen and it'd be a little bit easier. But for most of us, we don't have the budget for that, yet we still want evergreen funnels or evergreen sales. So this video, we're going to talk all about what really goes into making a successful evergreen sales funnel without using ads or without hustling, creating content like crazy and burning out. Okay. But first, if we haven't met, I'm Angie, a digital marketing mentor for course creators and small business owners selling stuff online. If you really like this video and you want more help with this, I do have a free resource called the Ultimate Launch Playbook that gives you the roadmap that I teach all of my clients to go from, I think I have an offer, to I have a funnel that works. So you can check it out in the link below if that sounds like something that might help you. Okay, but let's get into the video. Okay, so we know the fantasy. We want to set up a funnel once and boom, passive income forever. But the reality for most small business owners is those funnels become ghost towns, okay? We set them up and then no traffic, no clicks, no sales. And why is that? Because most of the advice out there assumes that you have a huge ad budget or a very warm, big audience and time to crank out daily content multiple times a day. And I don't know about you, but the people I work with, we are juggling a lot. We're juggling. We have kids, we have clients, some of us even have day jobs, okay? And evergreen needs to be more realistic, not a full-time job disguised as automation, okay? So let's say you don't want to drop $5K a month on Facebook or Instagram ads. Here's the question. Without paid traffic, how do you get people into your funnel consistently? Because that is going to be the number one thing that you need to have hammered out in order to have a successful evergreen sales funnel. So the answer is organic traffic, obviously, but not just any kind of traffic, okay? We're talking about intentional, repeatable traffic that doesn't rely on you burning out on content creation. Now, let me break this down for you because not all organic traffic is created equal. There are two types of organic marketing channels. Well, from my point of view, okay? The first one is fast burn channels. These are platforms like Instagram, Threads, Facebook, sometimes even TikTok. Although I know TikTok, you can have videos that just kind of show up from months ago. But for the most part, these channels give you really great visibility for the first 24 to 72 hours. You post, and then it's basically gone, out of sight, out of mind. So they are great for building trust, staying top of mind, and engaging in real time, but they are super high maintenance. To make them work for evergreen sales, you have to be consistently posting, showing up, and reminding your audience that you have something to sell. It's doable, but it's labor intensive, and most of us don't want to feel chained to our phones. The second type of organic traffic is what I call the slow burn channels. I'm all right with a slow... Okay, I won't get into that. These are YouTube, podcast, SEO blogs, Pinterest sometimes. These channels require more upfront energy. Okay, it takes time to create the content, and you don't usually see instant results, but these are your long game engines. One YouTube video, one podcast episode, or even one blog post can bring in traffic months or even years later. And here's what I've seen over and over. Every client I've worked with who is completely smashing it with evergreen sales, they've invested their time and energy in at least one of these long game platforms. They're not posting every day. They're not hustling in the DMs. They've created one great funnel. They paired it with one or two strong marketing channels that drive consistent traffic, and that's it. So if you're wondering, how do I decide which channels to market on for my easiest evergreen funnel to get consistent traffic? I would ask myself these three questions. How do I naturally like to communicate? Video, writing, talking. This tells you if YouTube, blogging, or podcasting might be your home base. 2, what is your current bandwidth? For real. Do you have time to post 5 times a week, or do you need a slower, deeper content rhythm? 3, where are my ideal clients searching for help? Yes, they're probably on Instagram, but they're also on YouTube. These days, most people are on multiple platforms for various reasons, but you definitely want to take into consideration where your ideal client spends most of their time and where they go looking for help with whatever it is that you do. Just remember, you don't have to be everywhere, you just have to be in the right place. And for anyone doing it themselves, I recommend choosing one channel to really go hardcore on and really build your audience there. And if you want, optional, you can choose a secondary channel that you can eventually put the same amount of effort into. Because what I also see is that we spread ourselves too thin. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we have a YouTube channel or whatever. And if we're doing it ourselves, then we're probably doing all of those channels okay, but not one really well. And in order to get really great organic traffic and consistent sales, ideally we would have a channel that does take off and that you start to really get momentum with and a bigger audience with, because that's just going to give you easier sales in the future. Okay. So, right. Then after you nail down whatever marketing channels you're going to decide on that's going to give you that evergreen traffic, the second thing we need to do is create a lead magnet that actually matches your paid offer. We do not want to attract the wrong people, okay? This is the second place where we can really go wrong in the evergreen funnel setup. Yes, we want lots of traffic. We do want the numbers, but we also want to be aware of who we are bringing onto our email list, because this is going to grow our email list, and we still want people on our email list who are going to be high quality leads and buy from you, whether it's through this funnel or your next live launch, okay? So in order to get high quality leads and to give yourself, the biggest chance that someone's going to buy from you, you want to make sure that whatever it is you're selling in the funnel, your lead magnet kind of sets them up to buy that. Your lead magnet needs to be like a little teaser, giving them a quick win, but also setting it up so that your paid thing is the obvious next step. It's really important that you connect it in that way. Okay? Lastly, your email sequence or tripwire sales page in which you're actually selling off the back of that lead magnet needs to do 3 things. Otherwise, all that traffic, it's not going to convert into sales. The first thing it needs to do is build belief in your solution or in whatever it is that you're selling. So your lead magnet might solve a small problem, but your paid offer solves a bigger one, right? Your emails need to connect the dots, your sales page, and help people realize this quick win was great, but if I want lasting change, I need this next step. Examples of what this looks like: you could share a story or a case study where someone started with the same freebie that they did and then got bigger results from buying the bigger thing. You can walk through common mistakes or misconceptions that your offer clears up. You can use contrast, like if you only do X, here's what usually happens. But when you add Y, this is when the big transformation happens. Another thing that I want you to do on your sales page and in your emails is shift the focus from you to them. Most people write emails and write sales pages or any copywriting like they're trying to prove themselves. But what your subscribers really care about is how this helps them. They care about themselves more than they care about you. Sorry. Use these questions to flip the focus. What are they feeling right after downloading the freebie? What questions or objections are likely popping up in their head? What transformation can you paint that feels relevant and possible? Your goal here is to move from here's what I sell to here's why this matters for you right now. And that's the third thing. We need to make the buying decision feel safe yet urgent. Without ads, urgency doesn't come from FOMO, it comes from clarity. So you want the reader to think, oh, this is the next logical step for me, and I don't want to sit on this and stay stuck. I need to get this right now. So there are multiple ways that you can kind of create this urgency. Of course, one is a limited time bonus or discount, but it needs to be real. And because it's evergreen, you typically need to invest in a countdown timer like deadline funnel, okay? If it's not real, then I just wouldn't use a limited time bonus or a discount. You can also show them what they lose by waiting, like time, energy, momentum, and you'll definitely want confidence building proof. Here's how this has helped others like you. If you're using a tripwire with a sales page, make sure the copy clearly explains what's included, why it pairs perfectly with the freebie they just downloaded, and why now is the best time to grab it. The good news is, once you do have traffic coming through this funnel, you will be getting stats on what is working and what isn't, and can make adjustments with messaging, emails, all of it, the copywriting. So that's the other thing, is you want to be sure to look at this piece of the puzzle in a way that's like, let me just try it this way. Accept B- work. Don't try to get your emails and sales page writing and everything like completely perfect. You're just going to waste time, because what really matters is getting the data. So put it together, accept B- work, just get it out there and get those people going through it, so then you can make changes. So now you're probably thinking, all right, I've got traffic ideas. I know how to build belief. I'm ready to make this funnel work. But before you start plugging all this into Kit or Klaviyo or Podia or wherever it is that you're emailing, selling, all that stuff, here are 3 questions I always ask my clients before we build anything evergreen. Has this software sold before live? Evergreen doesn't fix an offer that hasn't sold. It just automates the silence. So if your course, program, or product hasn't sold during a launch webinar or email promo, you probably need to validate it live before putting it on autopilot. At least I would. Okay, that's a lot of work for maybe an offer that people don't want. The second thing, do I have at least one traffic source that brings in new people each week? Even the best funnels are useless without eyeballs. So before you stress about the sequences, the timers, get clear on where your visibility is going to come from and what you can commit to. Do you have a content plan for YouTube, podcasting, Instagram, SEO? If not, you'll want to start there. You don't need a dozen strategies. Remember, you just need one that works, one funnel, one path. Am I okay? The last thing is, I keep jumping to these. Am I okay testing and tweaking this funnel for 60 to 90 days before expecting big results? Okay, because unfortunately Evergreen isn't set it and forget it. It's set it, test it, and refine it based on real people moving through it. So the most successful funnels I see didn't work perfectly at the gate, but they worked because the business owner stayed curious, optimized what they had instead of scrapping it too early. So there you have it. Evergreen sales without ads, totally doable. Only if you're willing to take the long game approach, though. You don't need a giant ad budget. You do need high quality traffic from one source. You do need a strategic lead magnet that connects the freebie to the paid offer. And your emails or sales page needs to sell without feeling salesy. So again, if you want more help with this, I do have a free resource called the Ultimate Launch Playbook, which can really help you create an offer, know exactly what type of content, what people need to hear in order to buy from it, and how to sell it. So you'll find the link below if that's interesting to you. And if you found this helpful, of course, please hit subscribe and let me know in the comments what part of your Evergreen funnel are you working on right now. Would love to hear it. I'm actually building an Evergreen funnel right now. So we can do it together. See you guys next time.